Hello there my eager students and welcome back to another Overwatch video. My name is Xcinder and today I will be teaching you how to become a pro Genji using these 14 useful tips. Unfortunately, I am not a pro Genji, so any advice that I give you will probably suck. If you are a high-skilled Genji player, then these tips will probably be no use to you. But, if you are a lower-level player who wants to learn how to play Genji because he is a badass cyborg ninja, then this is the video for you. Before we get into the tips, I want to first talk to you about the heroes that counter Genji and the heroes that Genji counters. Genji's main counters are Mei, Winston, Symmetra, and Zarya. Other heroes that he is weak against include Zenyatta, Pharah, Soldier 76, Sombra, Torbjorn, and Lucio. The heroes that Genji is strong against include Bastion, Hanzo, Ana, Widowmaker, and McCree. Now that you know which heroes Genji is weak or strong against, let's get into the tips. Tip number 1. When playing as Genji, your focus should be killing low health heroes first and ignoring tanks. Now, I know that it is very tempting to stay in the back of your team and throw shurikens at the tanks in order to gain ultimate charge quickly, but a good Genji should focus on taking out squishy targets before engaging tanks. As Genji, your priority targets are Mercy, Ana, and Widowmaker. Now that you know which heroes to target, let's get on to the next tip. Tip number 2. At the beginning of a team fight, try poking at the enemy from a distance before engaging. Strike when you see an opportunity and escape afterwards with your swift strike. Remember, getting kills resets the cooldown on your swift strike, allowing you to dash in for a kill and then quickly dash back out. Tip number 3. Deflect is one of the most powerful abilities in the game. But, there are some attacks that you cannot deflect. These include Mei, Winston, Zarya, and Symmetra's primary fire. Nearby splash damage from attacks such as Pharah's rocket launcher will also hurt you while deflecting. Tip number 4. One way to punish enemies is by taking control of their high ground by using wall climb. This allows you to force your enemies out of position. Teams that control the high ground in a fight usually have the advantage. Forcing enemies off the high ground can sometimes allow your team to win in a team fight. Tip number 5. While deflect doesn't reflect the damage of melee attacks such as Dragon Blade or Reinhardt's hammer, it does protect you from their damage. For example, if the enemy Genji is chasing you with their Dragon Blade, use deflect to stay invulnerable to the damage and then use your swift strike to dash to safety. Tip number 6. Never engage the enemies while your deflect is on cooldown. Remember, a Genji without deflect is a dead Genji. Tip number 7. Your ultimate resets your swift strike. Use this to dash into the air before using Dragon Blade, allowing you to understand the situation better. Use the following combo: jump, dash into the air, activate Dragon Blade, use your second jump, and swift strike down onto your first target. An example of a player who demonstrates this combo well is the Overwatch streamer Seagull. Tip number 8. When using Dragon Blade, make sure you know beforehand in which order you want to kill targets, and how the enemy team could stop you. For example, if the enemy team has an Ana, it is best to wait until her bionic grenade is on cooldown before engaging. Or, if the enemy team has a McCree, wait until his flashbang is on cooldown before you attack. Tip number 9. Don't use your double jump in predictable patterns. Jump, wait a bit and then jump again so the enemies can't predict your movement. Remember, a Genji that jumps predictively is a dead Genji. Tip number 10. Don't forget to use Genji's melee attack. It is extremely helpful when trying to confirm kills in closer quarters. One useful combo is the secondary fire melee attack. Using melee and secondary fire at the same time deals massive amounts of damage in close quarters. Tip number 11. Dashing through multiple enemies with Swift Strike is the fastest way to build ultimate charge. Tip number 12. Double jump allows you to change your trajectory mid-jump, something that can confuse the enemies. For example, if a Lucio boops you off a ledge while your Swift Strike is on cooldown, simply use your double jump and wall climb to get back to the ledge. Tip number 13. You can make your Dragon Blade slashes faster by cancelling the animation with Swift Strike. Tip number 14. Practice Swift Striking into enemies without ending up behind them. It deals a lot of damage and disorients enemies expecting you to be behind them. I hope you enjoyed this tips and tricks video, and I hope it helps you become a better Genji. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. Make sure to check to my other tips and tricks videos about the pulse cannon and the cycler rifle. Until next time, my young grasshopper, farewell.
And I got this soul.